In this week's video, I'm going to talk about how you can be magnetic to your ideal client. So this means no chasing, no being pushy and salesy, no trying to convince someone that they want your services, doing nothing that feels icky, inauthentic, not having to do things that you think you should be doing but do not feel aligned for you. Okay, a lot of coaches end up doing all these things that they think they need to do to get clients that don't feel aligned. And instead, what you can do is show up and be magnetic to your ideal client so that you are drawing them to you as opposed to going and feeling like you're chasing them down, because nobody wants to be that person, right? Like, we all know what it's like on social media when you get random people sending you messages saying, go and check out my work, you should work with me, or hey, I saw you and I think you could use my services. And you're like, no, like, leave me alone. Like, I never reached out to you. Like, why are you reaching out to me? Why are you harassing me, right? Like, we don't want to be that person. And you don't have to be that person, okay? Like, maybe the cold outreach thing works for some people and they enjoy it and they're like, yes, I want to do this. For me, it doesn't feel aligned. I'm not going to do it. And so I want to talk about really what I do in my business to become magnetic to the people I want to work with. So instead of going and chasing them down, I'm literally drawing them to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the steps. I have 8 of them in this video so that you can do the same thing. All right, so the first thing you wanna know is really, what is the problem that you help people solve? Okay, so we're gonna go into the ideal client stuff and the different parts of your ideal client, but understanding what is the problem that I help people solve. And yes, when you have some sort of a business, you want to be helping people solve some sort of a problem, because that is what people are looking for. That is what they are willing to invest in. Really, we're motivated to fix problems in our life, and that's typically what we're looking for help with when we are looking for coaching, okay? So what is the problem I help people solve? Your problem typically lies in your own story, almost always. So looking at what are the different things that I personally have struggled with, and what are the things I feel best about helping other people with that I personally have struggled with, okay? And then understanding who is the person that I work with. And typically this is a version of us, okay? So typically, we like to work with people who are like us. We just connect well with them, are good at helping them. They connect with us as well because we may have similar like personalities and interests and things that we're passionate about or things we want to accomplish. So ultimately, it's typically someone like you. For example, I have a number of clients I'm working with that help people lose weight. And that's the problem, right? But they all work with different people. And so the weight and how the weight like shows up for them and how it's impacting their life is different for everyone. So one person works with like ambitious women who are very successful in their career, but are struggling with being super restrictive around like what they eat and being obsessed with the scale and how much they weigh. I have someone else who works with moms and really wanting to be a good example to their kids around like body image and food. I have someone else who works specifically with nurses who want to lose weight. I have a PA, physician assistant, who is working with other PAs who want to lose weight. So it's different. It's different how it's going to show up for those people. And that makes it really specific. And it allows you to bring in your story as far as what it is you're doing and how you work with people and and how this problem shows up in their life as well. Okay. So those two pieces, the problem, the person, and then really putting those together. And then understanding what your program is, what that looks like, and what's all included and how it's going to help that person transform so that you feel really confident in it and you make sure that it is in alignment with how you want to work with people, right? So when it comes to your program, it's unique. Your program is unique to you, and what you believe is going to help that person transform. And this is typically based on your own experiences and stories. So even if there's a bunch of coaches who are helping people lose weight, everyone's program looks different because it's based on your experience and what you've learned and what you think is going to be important or best help that person accomplish that goal. Okay. And it's specific to the person, right? Like, if you're working with a mom who wants to lose weight, you're going to have to help around like families and what are they eating? And what if your kids don't want to eat what you're eating, all that stuff. Whereas if you are, single, that may not be an issue, right? Or it wouldn't be an issue. So just keeping this in mind is going to be different depending on who that ideal client is, and really making your program specific to that person as well, so that it is helping that person accomplish the things they need to accomplish or make the changes they need to change in their life to ultimately reach their goal of why they're hiring you. Okay. So when you make your own program and you really understand the things that you can offer specifically, this is when you tap into your magic and you understand like, holy cow, I can totally help this person transform their life and make these amazing changes. And that's really important for your magnetic messaging too, because you need to feel really confident in what it is you have to offer and know how amazing it is, because it's going to radically transform someone's life, okay? And the other piece that comes with your program is really having aligned pricing for the level of transformation that you are helping people achieve, really based on your experience as well, and just what feels like a good fit for you. So if you're charging too little, it's really a problem, because a higher price point allows you to show up at a higher level energetically, which is going to allow people to get a more impactful transformation. So that is a problem, but it's also a problem if you're charging too much for you and what feels in alignment, because then when you tell someone your prices, there's not going to be that resonance there, and someone's going to feel it and be like, you don't feel confident charging this price, right? So ultimately, you got to charge the price that is aligned for you and that you feel confident in, because that is going to allow you to help someone get the best transformation. And the other thing is charging what you really want to charge that is in alignment with the program and the work you want to do with people to help them get the transformation. So if you're changing your program and not doing what you really want to do with people, or offering the level of service that you want to be offering because you want to charge lower prices and you think that it's going to be easier to get clients at a lower price point, not true, okay? You're much better off creating the most amazing program and offering exactly what you want to offer that's going to help your clients get the results that they really want, and charging the prices that are aligned for that, even if that is a higher price point, okay? This has been a big lesson for me, and it really makes a huge difference, okay? Because you got to trust that the right people will show up when you absolutely 100% believe in your program, and they will be willing to pay the prices that you are charging. It's alignment, it's energy, it works, okay? And that brings me to the next piece, which is that energy. So when everything is in alignment and you really believe in your program, you're confident in it, you're confident that you can help other people, you're being the example to your clients, right? So when we're incongruent and we're not being an example, not being the person, not feeling good about the person that we're being and how we're showing up, that puts us at a low vibration. Like it's just not, we're not going to feel really good and be vibrating like, yeah, I can help other people because I'm feeling good about where I'm at too. This does not mean being perfect, okay? Like nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all have problems. Like if anything, I've learned that so much through having coached so many people. But it does mean that you are showing up as your best self, or at least putting in the effort to do that. So you can absolutely still be working on things while still showing up as your best self and walking your talk, right? Like it's really about walking your talk, okay? Because that brings you into energetic alignment with the people who want to create the transformation that you have created, right? Like we want to be that example of what's possible for our clients. And then really believing in the value of that transformation. That is what puts you in energetic alignment with the people who are looking for what you have to offer at the prices that you want to charge, okay? And then the next step is really to get visible and share what it is that you have to offer and how amazing it is, and putting it out there in the universe. And you don't have to do this in any certain way. All of the clients I work with market differently. Nobody's business and marketing looks exactly the same. And this is a beautiful thing because we're not meant to all do it the same way. So if you are trying to cookie cutter fit your marketing into what some other coach did, and is telling you, I did this, and so you need to do it that way, like that's not going to work for you, because we're all individuals and we all have different things that work better for us, and we all have our own unique path. And so what is important is that you are getting visible and sharing it, because you do have to put it out into the universe. But you can let go of how you're going to get clients and the exact process and what it needs to look like, because there's two sides. Like we're doing our part, but then the universe is doing its part as far as aligning the right people to us. Like the people are already out there and they're in your vortex, but you have to align yourself with them too, energetically. So this can allow you to let go of some of that pressure of like, I have to do this thing and I have to do this thing and it has to look that specific way. And instead really trusting, if I'm going out there and I'm putting in my best effort to get out there and share what I have to offer, and when you really, really believe in the value of what you have to offer and that you can help people transform their life, you will want to put it out there because you want to help other people because you know it's so amazing, right? Like this is when you know you don't truly believe in what you have to offer, because you're really scared of putting it out there because you don't really believe in it. But when you truly believe in it, you're like, people have to know about this. Like this is freaking amazing and I know it's going to help people, and you're going to really feel called to like put it out there. And once again, that's energetically aligning you with the right people who are looking for what you have to offer and looking for the level of support and the level of investment that your program is at, okay? So it's really about aligning with that. And that is something that you are doing internally with your energy and your belief and your confidence, okay? And really letting go of the how, because when we're like, I have to get clients this way, I have to get them from Facebook, I have to get them from Instagram, I have to get them, whatever, you're blocking your own intuition, and you're blocking really the magic or the power of the universe that is able to align you with those people when you get too caught up in exactly how it's going to happen. So you can let that piece go. So you got to get visible, but you can let go of exactly how it's going to work out, okay? Because we can't know. When I look back at my business and the 9 years that I've been in business, I could never have imagined how I would get to where I am today and have known like the whole path. But I just continue to take action. I continue to get visible. I continue to put it out there. And I've done different things at different times for marketing, but the universe aligns me with the right people that I'm meant to work with. And so I trust that, okay? And it works. So you got to trust it, but don't get too caught up in the how. It's when I get caught up in the how and trying to market like how someone else markets and thinking that's how I have to market that I get stuck myself, because it's not aligned for me, okay? So I hope you found this super helpful. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway from this video in the comments below. And if you want to dive a bit deeper into building a super authentic and successful coaching business, getting the clients, reaching your income goals, and doing it in a way that feels really good to you, I have a training below this video that really shows you the steps and the things to think about to make that happen. Okay, so check it out. And I want to thank you for joining me in this week's video, and I will see you next time.